This is Joe Kozdra testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
This is Paul Samaan testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
This is us talking together.
All right, Joe. Okay, maybe you should never post
I
that
don't
ever.
know.
You'll get.
That's why this is not being recorded live.
Whew.
That would not be good. All right, so this debate has been one Paul and I have been going on about for quite some time now.
Butch Hartman is gonna love this.
Butch Hartman, if you're watching, I watched you on Hollywood Squares Match Game Hour, and you did very well, and I'm a big fan. Send me things.
Twitter.
Hashtag Twitter. We should get a Mexican commission done by him.
You know, he was on Death Battle, or he talked about Death Battle. That was nice.
He talked about it, or he was on it? Like, he was part of it, or what?
I think he actually talked to the creators.
If Butch Hartman wants to talk to someone, he'll talk to someone. Well, let's be realistic here. The man wanted
famous.
to. What was the show he wanted to do? He wanted to have William Shatner like voice a catfish or something in his show, or a shark or something, and he talked to him about it. He's got connections. There's no surprise there.
Of course, he's like really famous.
Anyways, in 2000 and what was it? 2004 did Danny Phantom air? Or was it 2004? Nickelodeon had 4 absolute gems running on its network. We had SpongeBob SquarePants airing in May 1st of 1999.
The good version.
The version it's in right now is also good, and everything is subjective.
Not as good as though. It's
Shut
good.
the
It's
fuck
good.
up.
It's good, but it's not as good as OG.
I don't know what date Fairly Odd Parents aired in 01, but it did air them. Jimmy Neutron, July 20th, 2002. Only a couple hours after I was born, that show aired.
Teen Titans 2003.
Talk about Nickelodeon.
I know, but Teen Titans 2003. The competition was stiff. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The competition for cartoons was stiff, and Danny Phantom pulled through.
Danny Phantom pulled through in 2004. Nickelodeon's 4th hit show at the time, where they were running back all together. All 4 of them met up in many crossover games. They were the highlight series of the entire network. Yet they canned 2 of their 4 fucking reigning champions some reason. And
so they canned Danny Phantom.
They canned
and
Danny
Jimmy
Phantom.
Neutron.
Danny Phantom was canned, I believe, like in 06 actually.
07, I think.
07? Yeah, it was 07 then. But in 06, I believe, Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner, they were supposed to collide for the last time in Jimmy Turner Power Hour 3, the Jerkinators. And that's when both shows were supposed to end. But Butch Hartman's like, hey, what if Cosmo and Wanda had a kid? And it was just supposed to be like, that was gonna, alright, Nickelodeon's like, alright, let that be the finale. Actually, no, let's make a whole 6th season, fuck it. And that's what happened. Jimmy Neutron, unfortunately, did not come back, but hoping to see some sort of return and things too.
Planet Sheen.
Planet Sheen was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Everything is up to subjective. It was not the best.
Everything's subjective. Well, that's basically what you just said.
No, everything is subjective, but it was
It wasn't Jimmy Neutron. I'll give you that. But
yeah, it was all about Sheen.
I will give you it was not Jimmy Neutron, but I think he was still good. Anyways, so eventually we were left with SpongeBob and Danny Phantom. And Fairly Odd Parents eventually re-pulled through, being the second. Actually, no, it was the first Nickelodeon show to get to 10 seasons because SpongeBob, he had a huge fucking break in their 9th season.
Which show? Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairly Odd Parents hit 10 seasons. Before it ended.
It's still going, right?
No, it ended after season 10, after Butch left.
Fairly Odd Parents?
Mm-hmm.
What about Sparky and everyone? That was season 10?
Sparky, they put in season 9, and they, like, completely canned him. Nothing even happened to him. They brought in Chloe for season 10.
Chloe was the only one, right?
Chloe was brought in season 10. Poof was, like, nowhere to be found. And Sparky was completely, like, thrown to the side.
Everyone hated Chloe, didn't they?
I think that's really why the show failed. Nickelodeon, I think, was asking for way too much about Fairly Odd Parents, adding too much of this and too much of that. I think it's fucking stupid. Let the creators do what they want with their show. Let them run it. the way it's been successful, just because it's an older
Yeah,
show.
but you can still criticize it for.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to add in this and that to make it better. You want to have the person who's in charge because they've been doing it for the entire length of the show and know what the show's about. It was cool when they added in Poof. I like that.
Poof was a good one.
I think Poof was a great addition. Perfect addition, actually. And I like
was
Sparky,
nice.
too. I feel like Sparky didn't have enough of a chance. But Chloe killed him. I'm all for Carrie Walgren. She's an amazing voice actor. Voices a lot of great characters from Charmcaster, I think, in Ben 10.
I think that it was because the entire season revolved around Chloe making a mistake and then Timmy fixing it.
Yeah.
It would have been better, I think, if they both made mistakes. Because then they're like...
It was too Chloe focused. It's like, I get when they try to make one of these newer characters come in and be a main character, but she just wasn't... It was not the same show.
But she's not supposed to replace Timmy.
Yeah, it's like, that's exactly what it felt like. It was like they even changed a theme song to match her and him.
Really?
You didn't see it?
No.
No, it's bad.
Let me see. I'm going to Google it right now.
It's not good.
A new theme song?
They changed the words. They changed the look of it. No Goober Chocolate Shake, chocolate shake, large fries, chocolate shake. Yeah, that's it.
Fairly.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I saw that thing and I turned the
They
TV
had
off.
that theme song forever.
All 9 seasons, and they're like, "Hey, let's fuck it up even more."
New. This is the original versus the new version.
Okay. Actually, I'm not confused.
Oh my god, they're even talking about the animation. So look. See every frame.
Vibe. Fucking disaster.
That hurt. That hurt.
That really hurt. So we just watched the comparison between the two Fairly Odd Parents theme songs, and it hurt. And as we said earlier on, everything is subjective. Everything you can like and dislike. There's different opinions, and that's great.
My opinions are correct and no one else's.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on this at least. But anyway though, but I mean, it's not like I didn't even give this thing a shot. I always give a show a shot before I say it's shit. Especially with things like I'm a fan of new SpongeBob and old SpongeBob. Some people don't like it. Some people do.
I'm indifferent to it. I just like the memes.
And I also like Planet Sheen. Some people don't, as well as I like Jimmy Neutron.
I don't really like Planet Sheen.
But it's not good when you show me this. It's a show I've been watching for my entire life, and I just see hell. Burning fiery hell. And it's not good. It's just not.
Joe's getting very heated about this.
It's just not okay.
He's crying.
Yeah, it's not good. There were some episode plots I enjoyed, but I feel like it was just too much Chloe. I understand the point. It was a new season, and now it's
It was a point for a new season to bring back the old feel because they were gonna have a goofball kid.
Yeah.
Because like you can't have Timmy making mistakes for 10 freaking seasons.
Yeah, but I mean it's the same thing. It's like even if you want to introduce Chloe as a new character, keeping her as like this super main character that kind of overshadows Timmy, it just doesn't make sense.
Adding her into the theme song.
Fuck adding her into the theme song, changing it the way they did.
Okay, we're supposed to talk about Danny Phantom.
Anyway, the whole point of this to say is there were 4.
God, we need to cut a lot of that out.
Nah, well, we're gonna keep most of this. Either way, to keep us all on track here, there are 4 main ringers in here at Nickelodeon, and they are the most memorable. And one of them is still going on and has gone on for 21 years. What happened to one of the ones that is most beloved, though? Timmy Turner, Fairly Odd Parents went on for a long time, and a lot of people enjoyed it without much complaint until we got to Chloe. So the fact that it just ended is really sad and all. I mean, not just ended, but in enough relative time. More people have been without Jimmy Neutron and Danny Phantom much longer, and the demand for revivals of those are huge.
Dude, Butch Hartman made a video. Hey, what about 10 years older? Didn't it get like 10 million views?
I mean, even Butch Hartman would be on board with doing this kind of thing.
Butch Hartman would love that. Like, literally love that.
But there's just such a huge fan base for Danny Phantom, and there's so many memorable characters and moments. It's like, with Danny Phantom, every episode brought something new. A new character, a new event, a new power. It was just so fresh every time.
Yeah, Danny Phantom 10 years later, 3.7 million views.
It was 52 or 57 episodes, one of them, and it was something different and fresh each time. It felt like it was nothing the same. I could watch the same episodes over and over. From season 1 all the way through season 3. It was some real fresh air every episode. Nothing felt repetitive. There wasn't an episode I'll sit down and skip. I'll watch it all the way through. And one episode I particularly did enjoy, and I do agree was a good finale, was Phantom Planet, a 45-minute special.
The Ultimate Enemy was the best special, objectively.
Okay.
Danny should have massive amounts of PTSD. Holy hell!
I'm not gonna lie. The Ultimate Enemy might have been my favorite as well. That might have
been one of my favorites.
You know what's fucking disappointing? Danny Phantom never got his own video game. The only games he ever got were on the
you want to know what would be an amazing idea? If Danny Phantom got himself a video game in the form of a Spider-Man, like in one of those Spider-Man.
That would be fucking amazing.
Like where he could fly around the city instead of just like swinging through
You'd go like Batman Arkham Knight, but instead of Danny Phantom. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and there could be such a good stealth mode.
I know, because it's just intangible.
Yeah, so there could be such a good stealth mode because you can go intangible, and that's like a cool mechanic.
It is. It's fucking awesome.
You can have him unlock his ice ability.
Yeah, just like gaining more powers as you go through.
Yeah, that's an amazing idea.
Butch Hartman, if you're listening, here's your first video game idea for Danny Phantom. If you guys get revived,
Spider-Man, but Danny Phantom. Which he likes Spider-Man. Butch Hartman loves Spider-Man.
Butch Hartman's a big comic book guy.
Yeah, he based Danny Phantom as Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, wasn't he like based off of Spider-Man too?
Yeah, dude. Look at the similarities: Flash, Thompson, Dash, Flash, Dash, jockey guys with blonde hair.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not that difficult.
Anyway, though.
High school superhero.
Yeah. We get it. Anyway, though, bottom line here is Paul and I have conflicting opinions on Phantom Planet. It was the series finale of the show, and although it's not like I wanted to see the show end, I think it was appropriate and perfectly well played out ending.
I don't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how this all started. I'm like, hey, Paul, you want to do a podcast debating Phantom Planet? The texts I received were, yes, God, when? Can we do it now?
Fuck yes.
Because we just have such conflicting opinions on this. Paul, would you like to start your stance on how this all happened here?
No, you can go first.
All right. So, basically, I just enjoy every aspect of the episode. There was a lot of drama, a lot of feel, a lot happening all at once. And that's a typical Danny Phantom episode. It drives a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, and it's done in such a perfect way. And even though there's a lot happening at once, they do it in such a way that it all plays out well. But I really enjoy how Sam evokes the emotions and Tucker evokes the emotions, and Danny to like just realize this is what he was meant to do and just not sit on the sidelines. Where Paul has the biggest issue, and I don't see it as any problem where he should feel like he's forced to do this. Because, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, without him, a lot of bad things could have happened. And it's not like Superman feels like it's like he has to do it. He just knows it's his duty and feels it's the right thing. And that's the way I see it. It's Danny eventually wakes up and sees it's the mature thing to do, it's the right thing to do, and it's who I am.
The issue with what you're saying, Joe, the biggest issue with what you're saying is that in that special, Danny didn't realize that himself. He was guilt tripped into
I don't see it as guilt trip, though.
It was 100% guilt trip. I swear to God, this is exactly what Sam said to Danny.
I know you.
Danny said, and I quote, "Guys, why aren't you?" He said this to Sam and Tucker. "Guys, why aren't you happy? I'm finally normal again." Danny's excited that he doesn't have to go outside every night, literally risking his life, failing school as a 14-year-old student. And he's so happy about it. Like, he's literally happy. And no part of him regrets it. And then Sam says, "But Danny, I don't want to be normal." Literally, that's what she says.
Okay, it's not the fact that she doesn't want him to be normal. It's that
It for sure as hell felt like it.
I think it's more the fact that it's who they are. She feels like he's out of place from what he usually is and who he normally is.
She has no right to feel that.
Okay, I know you pretty well, I would say. If all of a sudden you put on a pink dress and started like singing and dancing around, I would think you're not yourself. You know, something's up with you.
Okay, but you wouldn't guilt trip me for it. I know it's not out of the blue, because here's the thing.
No, but I don't see it as guilt tripping. I see it as she's offering,
but she
helping
did.
him. She's like
no,
helping
she
him
didn't.
Realize that's what he wants to do, and what it's really
no,
about him.
Didn't.
Shut up!
She literally was just guilt tripping him. She would walk. She literally shoved like corn dogs in his mouth to tell him to shut up. She would walk away from him. Like, everyone just made him feel bad and guilty for it. And the whole thing is...
But it also changed his personality. It was a completely different outlook. When he went...
No!
Could he have defeated Pariah Dark and got into that fucking exoskeleton suit if he didn't realize it was his duty and he knew it was the right thing to do?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
The suit almost killed him.
I know, and he's a really good guy. And exactly, the suit almost killed him. Danny's 14, bro. It is completely and utterly natural and understandable that a 14-year-old who has to literally risk his life every night gets bullied in school, like physically bullied in school, is failing because of this job, because he has to stay out every night, and he can't study ever. His love life is shit because he can't.
Well,
okay, it came full circle, and that was a good moment. But Danny's realization that he should have, what's it called? Been a hero was not his own. It was everyone around him guilt tripping Danny into making him think like that.
Okay. At the end of the episode, did it seem like he was guilt tripped?
Dude, it doesn't matter because you literally could say, "Oh, he's hiding it."
If I told you right now, I was like, you know what?
He's happy that everything worked out, but
okay, Paul. If I sat here right now, we got off the podcast, and I was like, you know, I feel like this YouTube thing is really stupid. It's not me. I think it's not going to work out. I'm going to be so much happier not doing it.
Okay, I would say, hey, that's a little weird, and I would understand that's stressful, but I would make sure it's really okay with you. But I wouldn't guilt trip you to it. I wouldn't be like, I don't want to be normal. Literally talking about herself. And you're not literally risking your life with YouTube. Like Danny is, it's like saying,
I'm just risking my life being friends with you. Who knows when I could go?
Oh my god. I'm saying, let's say you go into the military. This is the most real life example I could give to this.
All right.
Let's say you illegally go into the military at 16. You lied about your age. It does happen sometimes. Mm-hmm. Very rare, but like it happened mostly before.
Okay.
And then you were in war. and you tell them, and you make friends, and you tell them, yeah, this is extremely stressful for me. I'm seeing everyone die. I'm putting my life on the line. I don't want to do this anymore. And then your friends are being like, no.
Honestly, I do understand what you're saying. But here's where I'm actually going to disagree with myself. The situation you just gave me gives more reason that the friend should say no. Because in Danny's defense, and I'm not defending Danny here, right? Well,
I know they're experiencing war too. But
no. But I guess Tucker and Sam are also experiencing things to a degree.
No, they're not. They're not getting physically abused. And Danny tells them
they're
not.
They're not getting as fucked up as the others. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, Danny walked into the Fenton portal too.
They never had to deal with the biggest stress of his life, the ultimate enemy.
What I'm saying though is that Danny walked into the Fenton portal, pushed the button to fix it. That you're saying if I went to the military at 16, I was doing it willingly. He didn't do this on purpose, at least.
Yes, he did. He wanted to. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That,
which I guess is
I understand.
More defending your point. That's more. But I just want to make that
he was forced into it.
Because if that was what happened, if you wanted the job,
I know. I'm saying that's the closest real life example. But yeah, no, it's horrible of the things. Literally, Danny. I cannot tell you how stressful the ultimate enemy must have been for Danny.
Really fucked.
Yeah, like really fucked. He literally watched his family die. Like regular Danny too. I know Clockwork saved them, but he still watched the explosion.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely PTSD-induced nightmares. And then he had to deal with the fact that he became evil, literally killed people.
Everybody.
His older self beat him to near death. Literally beat the shit out of him. Like, that was the most brutal beatdown.
And then he had to see Vlad Plasmia's fucking, like, dragged out in the fucking shambles.
Yeah. Then he literally figured out, oh yeah, he literally murders my human half too.
Yeah. Fucking.
Like you literally are, and Danny never had rest, by the way. Danny was stuck in the future where he had to fight, where he was just not even had to fight. He was literally, tied up, and then he was just getting brutally beat down by everyone else.
Yeah.
Then he had to go with Vlad. Then Vlad tried to kill him.
Vlad always tries to kill him.
Then he fought his older self, and then the older self beat the shit out of him.
But then he beat the shit out of his older self?
Yeah, I know, he won in the end, but I'm saying the entire ordeal was like one of the most PTSD things he should have ever had. Literally Steven Universe future levels PTSD.
Okay. Steven Universe future thing.
That was one of the best shits ever.
I honestly feel like Steven Universe actually does not compare to this.
Okay, we're not.
I know I'm not trying to even.
You do not know his abuse.
What was that?
Okay, listen. Let's get back on track.
All right, anyway.
We'll talk about Steven Universe in another podcast.
Ugh. I just. He wants the job. He likes the job. If anything. Tucker and Sam, I feel like you're bringing him back up because this entire episode, the reason he feels like he shouldn't be doing it or feels like he's happy or not doing it is because he feels like he's not needed or wanted anymore.
Yeah, and that's a fair thing. Like, no, he's also feeling stressed. Bro.
It's not even the stress, because in every other episode he's been stressed and hasn't made a point. And I'm sure it's been a thought in the back of his mind. But this really comes down to Masters Blasters pushing him out of the spotlight. Vlad has done everything he could to make the Danny Phantom.
So he's trying to say,
shit.
Yeah, and that's more shit for him. And he's probably like, yeah, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't want to live like this anymore. Let me try being normal. I just want to live normal. Because I risk my life every day. I fight ghosts. And it's stressful. And nobody needs me anymore. I'm not getting appreciated. It's sad. So let me just live my life normally. Please. And then you would expect his friends to support that and comfort Danny. They can talk to him about it, but they shouldn't guilt trip him. Literally, they did. They really, really, really did. It was just guilt trip. They would unironically get up and leave him alone. Like, this is what they did. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you made this decision. And then gets up and leaves Danny alone without so much as a goodbye. That's not good friendship, by the way. That's one of the most assholey things to do.
I mean, but
they actually did that in the
Danny
episode.
was thinking correctly and not.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, I'm saying if they know that if he was to think correctly, then he would see that Master's Blaster is a facade to purposely do that to him, and that he's letting Vlad win. And the entire point of this was, don't let it get to you. I know you're better than this.
But no, you should let
Did they shame him? Yes.
Yes,
but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Something. No. Oh, that's one of the most horrible things you can say to Danny.
If you do something shitty, like you just give up on everything you are.
Because you literally are risking your life and having to.
But that might have been his excuse. But you know, deep
that's
down,
not an excuse.
Okay, no, but in the moment that was the excuse.
No, it's not. It's a completely.
Are you gonna tell me that if Master's Blasters were not there, this would have happened?
Potentially, it could have been the straw that broke the camel's back, but definitely Danny was feeling like this.
It took a lot of straws to break that camel's back. You know how long they were there? They were probably there for like weeks or a couple months before they were like, yeah, we're pushing this kid out finally. Haven't seen him.
By the way, they had this really stupid joke where every time Danny would get outshined by the Master's Blaster, Danny would be in his underwear.
His underwear, yeah.
That's really dumb.
I don't care how dumb it is.
That's literally like, just turn the fuck invisible, bro. Oh, I wonder if a ghost can turn it. Oh no!
How was he always in his underwear? Did he get like vaporized or some shit?
Huh?
Did he get vaporized? Like all his clothes got ripped off or something?
Yeah,
like
all his like 3 times. He was like, he never turned invisible once. He literally got a picture taken of him running away in his underwear.
Wait, you think if he turned back to Danny Phantom and then turned back to Danny Phantom and then Phantom, he would have his clothes back? Like, how did they work? Because he would he always wore a short sleeve shirt, but then when he transformed, he got long sleeve gloves and everything.
Well, remember when he first met Vlad, he was in his pajamas when he went to Danny Phantom, and then his hat came back. Or, like, no. Like, yeah, his clothes were ripped when he was fighting Vlad.
Danny's?
Yeah. When he turned back human, like, his clothes stayed ripped.
Was his, like, Danny Phantom clothes?
Yeah,
ripped?
Danny Phantom's clothes were ripped, and when he turned back, some of his clothes were damaged.
Huh. I really wonder how that works. Butch Hartman, if you're listening to this, now I really need an answer, because now this is the most compelling question I've had all night. Huh. Well, anyway, you guys, as we continue, be sure to leave anything in the comments on what your stance is if you haven't seen the episode. And if you haven't, be sure to check this out, as well as the rest of the series. There are also complete series on DVD. I strongly suggest checking it out if you have not. And if you do not, unsubscribe from my channel, please.
Damn.
If you do not know Danny Phantom, you clearly cannot see amazing cultured content like mine. Hashtag SpongeBob Paranormal Activity.
Okay, so, yeah, no, they have no right to tell Danny, no, you jackass. No, you
It's
jackass.
not even that they're telling him no.
They are.
They're saying you're...
I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be normal, Danny. Fuck how you feel.
But it's
not once did they ever ask about how Danny felt. Anytime Danny has talked about being normal, he said about how great it was and he was happy until they shamed him.
Doing normal things, I'm sure, every now and then. Like, think about like this. When,
And it is not right to shame a person.
You remember the episode when they got rich?
Yeah.
Danny got super selfish and started just being normal and stopped doing ghost things because he was full of himself and was enjoying
But he realized that himself.
Actually, the butler did that.
The butler helped him but didn't shame him. And
Danny,
and even then,
shaming him isn't the best way, but is it wrong at all times? I can't honestly say that.
In this specific case, it is absolutely wrong. You cannot tell a man who's 14, failing school because of this, literally is risking his life, literally, he's just...
When there's a giant fucking meteor heading towards Earth...
They didn't know that!
Yes, they did! This is happening!
I know, but they didn't know that...
in the Fenton lab when Jack went out and
That's different. That's different.
It's like, you need to do this or we're all gonna die.
That's completely different. Because, first off, they didn't know that when they first were shaming Danny.
I thought they did.
They did not. They never knew that. But it would have been nice, instead of them shaming him, if Danny saw this and then was just like, I need to do this. Yes, I understand.
I honestly think that if the meteor didn't come, he eventually would have. Because it's his personality.
From enough shaming of his friends, maybe.
No, I'm saying if he wasn't shamed.
No. Well, then yes,
actually, no,
he would.
It wasn't the shaming. It was the fucking meteor that made him realize, you know what, this is what I was meant to do. I have to stop this.
It was the shaming
It
and
was not.
it was the shaming. Hold on, let me get some scenes.
All right, you pull up some scenes. I'll put them up on the podcast as we.
Look at how happy he is.
Just an average, everyday, not special human again.
Hey, it's what you wanted, and I'm glad for you, man. Looks like we'll have to find other things to occupy our time.
He's so happy.
I can't believe you did that. It feels like I lost a good friend. Someone I was just starting to get to know.
Yeah, Danny. We never liked you. We like Danny Phantom, not Phantom.
Okay, you can't argue that point. Tucker says, and I know he wasn't the most enthused about it. He still said.
What about Sam?
Okay, Sam just saw that being a special aspect about him, where he was a good person.
Forgot about that aspect.
As mayor, I provided some fun now.
Honestly, though,
It's shaming.
no, it's not shaming. It is to a degree, but I was gonna say, can you blame her? But I'm not. You're gonna say
Yes, he's risking his life.
But his thing was not about failing grades or anything. That it was protecting the
he
family.
he talked about that too. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, in the clips you just showed me, it was about.
Okay, in the first clip, he was literally so happy about being normal. Don't even.
Okay, but the entire point of what they were saying though was, if this is what you're happy with, like, I'm cool with
They
that.
didn't. Tucker said that in the most blatant, I don't care, and looked away from Danny. Didn't even look him in the eyes. Sam literally was a jackass to him.
What did Sam say in that clip again?
Yeah, you're just normal. You're just your everyday normal teenager again.
What she had said was you don't have that special aspect.
No, I'll get that
Okay.
shit.
Whatever. She said you're not special anymore.
No.
Paul, if like you were dating someone that had some.
Care about your friends.
God damn it.
Daddy,
Put it up to the microphone. So.
Really?
don't you realize?
No more risking his life having to balance school and endangering the people around him. This is great, unless you're his friends.
I don't have my ghost powers anymore. I'm normal again. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Great.
Thrilling.
Don't you realize what this means?
Yeah. That you're just an average, everyday, not special human again.
Hey, if it's what you wanted, then I'm glad for you, man. Looks like we'll have to find other things to occupy our time, huh?
I really can't believe you did that. It feels like I lost a good friend. Someone I was just starting to get to know.
Yeah, Danny. We never liked you. We like Danny Phantom, not Fenton. But I guess we'll hang out with you out of pity. Like, what's their problem? They ain't the...
I mean.
Yeah, Danny. We don't like you. We like Phantom.
Does he even say anything about the school shit?
I think he does,
Because the
yeah.
last time I checked, he didn't really care that much about school to begin with.
Yeah, but he still wasn't failing.
I mean, I guess.
You gotta admit, that's just more stress on his life.
Yeah.
There was
it
entire
is.
episodes surrounded by it.
Wasn't it the CATs?
Yeah, that
Wait,
was
that was Ultimate Enemy.
Yeah, I know, but there was also another thing about what's it? Danny having to take a test. I can't remember.
That was the CAT, the one where he
No,
was
no,
like
no.
cheating or whatever.
No, not that one.
Okay, because
I think he had to make a makeup test. I could be wrong. I have no idea.
I'm thinking about Ultimate Enemy though.
Okay. Well, yeah. Danny was definitely Yeah, and in Ultimate Enemy, he cared about school. He literally directly showed. He literally told Sam and Tucker to shut up because he wanted to listen to the announcements. He actually said that, so he cared about school.
Oh. Okay. I remember. I think I remember the episode. I can't think of the name of it though. But yes. Either way, I agree that it is stressful. That's not at all a question of mine. The point I'm making though is, I don't think they said anything that was that bad, And if anything,
Yeah, Danny. They definitely implied it, though. They implied a lot. And they never once gave Danny comfort for it. They should have given him comfort.
yeah, they didn't. They
Sam
didn't
literally
comfort.
stormed out. Danny had to come out because she stormed away from him. She left him. That's how that scene happened, by the way. You know that, right?
I do. It's just either way. I don't.
You're a selfish one. You're a selfish.
Because
Selfish.
He took it. When he got his ghost powers, he didn't have to do anything with it. He took it upon himself to become that hero. That was
Okay,
missing.
so that's selfless, but deciding to stop because it's too much and he wants to protect his family is a completely natural
Okay,
thing
that-
to do and
here's-
not selfish.
I got a better one for you. His parents are ghost hunters. They get themselves into fucking trouble all the time without his help. If anything, he was protecting them from themselves.
No, dude, like literally. Oh my god, like people would. The guys in white would try and get him, right?
They were trying to get them half the time too.
Yeah, but it's only because of Danny. That's the reason they were trying to get him.
It wasn't because of Danny. It was just the high activity of paranormal shit going on in the town to begin with.
Yeah, but Danny is a part of that.
Of course it is. There's no doubt about that at all. But still, there's just still the underlying fact that there's a lot going on to begin with, and it's because the Fentons opened up their ghost portal.
Yeah, but Danny has no obligation to do those. And when he feels completely or utterly stressed, which is a natural thing for a 14-year-old. 14!
I'm not saying it's not natural.
14!
I am not saying it's not natural or acceptable. What I am saying, though, is he shouldn't just give it up altogether.
Yes,
Take-
he has
taking a
absolute
vacation
right,
or a
but he
break
has
from it, maybe.
Dude, he has absolute right to give up it.
The way he did it, though, he shouldn't have. What if he ever needed any of that kind of stuff for anything? Or like, well, okay, take it for example. This is an extreme situation, but think of it like Batman and his parents. Bruce Wayne, Martha Wayne, and Thomas Wayne go to this fucking showing. They go to this play. They walk out, millionaires, billionaires, shot dead in the streets. What if there was this opportunity? He could have just had the power to stop it, to save his family, or protect them that way. Was really getting rid of the powers that vital? Instead of just not
Yeah,
using
because he
them?
just wanted to be normal again. Because he just wanted to be normal. He doesn't want powers, bro. He expressed that. You saw directly how happy he was. He was ecstatic. And the entire
That's because
time,
everyone was giving Danny Phantom shit.
even then, even afterwards, he was still happy. He was literally still happy. Not once did he show sadness about it. And only Sam made him feel sadness. Like, it was so bad.
Sam was the most intense, I will give you that. But at the same time, it's like, he's talking about protecting his family. He was doing that. And
No, he was putting them in danger.
they were putting themselves in danger. Come on.
Yeah, but danger was directly tied to him. Dude, how many times has a ghost attacked their house because of Danny Phantom? Skulker has multiple times.
Oh, they all have to come out of the Fenton house anyway.
Yeah, but they don't attack. They like Danny is like directly attacked.
Well, that's putting himself in danger more than the others.
So he just wants to live a normal life, and even then, like
He's still not. It's not
it's
like he's-
acceptable for him to do it.
Yeah, but it's not like he's undetectable. All these ghosts do now know his name and his identity and this shit, and they know.
but they're protected by the Master's blasters.
Yeah, but they're not around forever, and they can't. They're also.
Danny's not around forever. What do you mean?
I mean, Master's Blasters is there just to get rid of Danny.
It was also like a city-funded thing. Like, who cares?
It wasn't a city fund thing. It eventually became a people funded thing.
I know, it was so weird. Vlad did directly say it was a city-funded thing, though. He actually said it.
Yeah, Vlad says a lot of things though. Let's be realistic here. It's Vlad Plasmius.
So yeah, Danny was just like, I'm tired, I'm done with it, and he had every right to, and he
Yeah, you're right. He does have every right to it.
So
yeah,
it shouldn't have. So Sam shouldn't have.
No,
been
I
shamed. And it was
disagree.
unsatisfying. That's the thing.
It was unsatisfying that he decided to get rid of his powers completely.
No.
Okay,
it
Paul,
was-
if I wanted to stop doing this animation
No.
stuff, I wouldn't get rid of my ability to draw. I would just stop it, or at least for a little bit.
But Danny's situation is different.
How?
You can't physically give. How is it different?
Okay, you can't physically get a ghost power. Yes, I
but
believe,
Danny
I
just
guess.
wants to be normal. Your ability to draw doesn't make you non-normal. Ghost powers do.
I would love ghost powers.
Yeah, until you would have to start literally going out every night, risking your life, getting brutalized, having your family attacked. Maybe you won't love ghost powers then.
I think I would.
No, you wouldn't.
This is me we're talking about. I like some weird ass shit.
Yeah, but I highly doubt you would literally be okay with you.
I don't know. Ben 10 had the Omnitrix at 10 years old.
Yeah, and Ben should be a walking complex of things, which he is.
Yeah, he is. That he is.
But yeah, no. Ben 10 never had to deal with the ultimate enemy.
I mean, he kind of did. Remember when he dealt with Eon?
That's true.
Eon is just Ben.
That's true. That's true.
Or how about having to face off against his own grandmother or cousin, or
Yeah, no. Ben has had a very shitty life.
or when he thought Grandpa Max was dead.
Yeah, no. Ben has had a very shitty life. Like, Ben has a shitty life, bro. But I'm saying, Danny should be the same. Like, he should be extremely stressed.
Ben 10 was also more of a serious show than Danny Phantom was.
Yeah.
That one was more serious, so.
But also
It makes more sense.
like I'm saying if they just would have had Danny realize it himself, maybe with the aid of his friends, but not shaming him, it would have made the scene so much stronger.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the shaming part, I can't totally agree with is the best. I don't think it's the worst. I think they could have done so much worse than that. But what I think it really comes down to is there are improvements that could have been made, but I don't think it's the worst. I think it's still written well, and the composition of the episode was done well.
Some of the jokes just didn't land to me, and some of the shit they said were really dumb. Like Danny said, you know how they covered the whole world in like tentacles?
Yeah, the tubes.
Yeah, Danny said it wouldn't cost a dime.
Well, that's because everyone's giving it away at this point. It's like, for example, if they said that about like from farm to table, all the labor, all the food, and everything it would take to get it there would be free. Because this is either...
Also, they did that entire thing in a week.
Because it's not going to cost a dime because it's going to be free or you die. That's number one. And number two,
but like
when he said you didn't cost a dime, meant you don't have to give me the earth as well as all this money.
It was just weird, the weird phrasing he said it. And they also did that in like less than a week, which was really, really dumb.
Not really, if you think about it. If anything, manufacturing those tubes to get across
The
would make
entire
sense.
planet.
But at the same time, I mean,
Less than
would
a
it
week.
take you? How long do you think it would take from the North Pole to the South Pole to fly? Not that long.
Let's look.
It's not going to take you a week to do that.
But imagine doing that with like such heavy equipment too.
They probably have military grade equipment.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it doesn't matter because you're.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't, because you're still carrying heavy equipment. It slows you down.
Of course it does, but that's what I'm saying. You got heavier duty equipment. Government's all right. Let's show everyone our fucking high tech equipment that we're not supposed to show. That way we live.
And they.
How long is it?
Over a day.
Over a day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, think about it.
25 and a half hours of flying.
Okay, think of it this way, though. Let's say you started the North Pole, because it looked like they were at one of the poles. It's 25 hours or less to each location. Because if it's all the way to Antarctica,
You used to have to build the whole thing.
the building part, if you go fast enough, I feel like it can be done, and you have enough people doing it, it could be done quickly.
In like 4 days, no.
Honestly, it would have made more sense if they had all the ghosts come and help put it all together. Because then it would have made more sense that they can go faster and
Yeah,
use their ability.
then there would.
Then that would make more physical sense.
But it didn't.
It did not, no. But we also have to keep in mind this is
Also,
a
keep in like it was. I know, but it just shows it's a good example of how They rushed a lot. Like, Danny catches all the ghosts. Really? And how
He
long?
doesn't
and
catch
how?
them though.
He caught them. Yeah, he caught them in a big ass net. Like, literally caught them. He flew.
Didn't catch
Yes,
them. They came out with them.
No, he literally got a big ass net and caught them.
Are you thinking of a different episode?
No. I swear to God, that's what he did.
Okay, now I want to see this. Why am I drawing a blank? I thought they went in there and then Skulker and a bunch of other ghosts stopped them.
No. I think he did
And
that.
then they started
no,
blasting him and it activated his ghost DNA.
No, I think he did that first. And then he literally... But then he left. And then he literally physically caught them. Hold on.
Okay, I see this jet thing here. But also think about it like, could be expandable. And that's not all of them. I think eventually they break out of that net.
I don't know. I can't remember. But he still caught them. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was definitely a lot. You saw how big it was.
I did.
So I caught like a lot. Like,
Alright, well, we're not here to debate if he can fit a bunch of fucking ghosts in
I know, but I'm saying like
net.
I'm saying like it was just like it was rushed. It was definitely rushed.
Well, yeah, everything is rushed in the span of a week. And you have how much time left in the episode to make it all work. Can't have anything too elaborate. Nickelodeon only cares so much. Nickelodeon's not that great of a network. It's an amazing network. They just don't have the smartest people running it. And they never have. But they've just gotten progressively worse. You hear Camp Coral, SpongeBob's fucking spinoff supposed to be on CBS or something now?
What?
Yeah, don't fucking ask.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You believe that shit?
No.
Not only is it supposed to be on CBS, it's not even going to be on CBS. It's going to be on CBS, like, Go, or whatever the streaming service is.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
That's so dumb.
I'm hoping they eventually release it on Nickelodeon anyway, but...
They have to. What?
Yeah, I don't know. This is a really last-minute decision. It was supposed to come out this summer.
And it didn't.
No, now we gotta wait till
It
next
didn't.
summer.
He was so mad. Either way, that's my point on why
Phantom Planet was a great episode.
was not a good episode.
I don't know. I think it was a pretty good one.
Like, shaming Danny pissed me off. The episode was rushed. There were some dumb jokes in it.
Yeah, there were some dumb jokes. I'm not gonna lie on that one. Not every episode's a fucking Grammy winning, Emmy winning, whatever writing masterpiece. It's not a thing.
Like the characters were really mean. I thought.
I still believe every character stayed true to who their characters are, though.
That's not good. No, it wasn't good.
No, but
They should have comforted Danny and talked to him about it instead of literally shaming him into doing.
Yeah, but like even Jazz was behind it.
That's not okay
and
either.
her bumper sticker says, "Have you hugged your inner child today?"
I know, but that's not okay either.
No, but that should tell you something.
I know, but like definitely that it was not okay, like that, because you would expect the people who know him and know that this is a stressful thing.
Yeah, of course.
Would support and comfort him for wanting to be normal again. But no, fuck you, Danny. We like Phantom.
Happens.
That's so bad. So yeah, the dumb jokes.
I'll give you the dumb jokes out of everything.
The rushing of the whole thing. They rushed it. I would have believed more a month if they said. If they said a month, I would have believed it more.
Maybe 2 weeks.
No, even that. Like if they just tell.
I
them.
think a month is a bit overkill, though.
Why?
I just feel like a month is a whole shitload of time. A lot of things could have been done during that time. And it would have been stretched out. And, like I said earlier, Danny Phantom's really good at cramming in a lot of things happening at once, but not making it too much.
But they could have just said, like, oh, like, they said it's going to happen a month from now. And they should have detected it for a month. Like, come on.
Well, how far is Earth from... Well, obviously it doesn't make a difference how far Earth is from, like, Saturn's rings, but this thing came flying out at whatever speed. Who knows?
Also, what was the What was the whole thing of them blowing up the smaller meteor, but then didn't blow up the big meteor? That never made sense to me. That was so confusing. Also, ecto-uranium was never introduced ever before, so it felt like more of a plot.
Uranium was.
It was never introduced.
What
ever.
I'm actually confused about, if anything, is why it exists in the real world, not the ghost zone.
Yeah, that's even more confusing. So yeah, the like ecto-uranium. First off, it was never introduced, so it felt like more of a plot device than anything.
It really was.
So
And the second meteor, I don't think there was one that was coming towards Earth. I think it was just happened to be a meteor that was.
Yeah,
just
but
there.
they never just like said anything about that.
Because it wasn't important.
And how did they miss it?
Oh, just because Vlad gave them the wrong coordinates on purpose.
Yeah, I know. But like, it's like, but why didn't they just try it again then?
Because it went past them, and I guess the rocket's coordinates were.
No,
all
I'm saying like,
fucky.
why didn't they just try it again?
Because the real meteor went past them.
I know, but I'm saying when they go back on Earth, why don't they just fire up a new rocket
Yeah,
with the good coordinates?
Well,
Because the missiles worked. They blew it up.
maybe they ran out of missiles.
Dude, it was 2 missiles. They used 2 missiles. What the fuck? They can build this whole planet fucking... so they can build... What the fuck did you just say? They can build this whole fucking machine where it wraps around the entirety of planet Earth, but they can't make 2 fucking missiles? Get the hell out of here, you dipshit.
All right, you got me there. All right. Well, maybe it was too big to get those 2 missiles to work.
They can make a whole thing that wraps around the fucking
Yeah.
planet, but they can't make bigger missiles.
All right. Fair point. But then, like, you know, you're fucking like 4 years old watching this shit. You don't sit there and be like, wonder why they didn't go back.
I did sit there and say, man, they're assholes to Danny when I was 4.
Did you?
Yes!
There's a lot of times, like, when I was growing up watching, like, Ben 10 or something, I would actually have, like, this serious love. Like, that was one thing I really enjoyed growing up. Even though I was, like, 4, I still had, like, a serious take on things. But now as I watch it years later, I have an even more serious take, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like even when I was 4, I realized, yeah, they were pretty shit to Danny there.
Either way, though, it's just...
By the way, that was objectively the funniest part of the podcast.
Oh, that was definitely... What do you mean objectively, subjectively? That was hands down the best part right there.
You can build this whole fuck off tentacle hentai machine, but you can't.
Tentacle hentai machine?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Tentacle hentai machine, but you can't make 2 fucking missiles. Maybe it was too big. You can't make 2 more bigger missiles.
Fuck you.
Joe's really dumb sometimes.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, besides that, what are your thoughts just on the episode overall? Just besides the fact that, you know, you don't agree with them being dicks. Like, what are your final thoughts? Do you think it was a good series finale or what?
Tucker becoming mayor was out of nowhere too.
Oh yeah, that one. That really was out of nowhere. I don't.
There are a lot. See what I mean? Like, I'm listing off a lot of things now.
Yeah, but when you
The ecto-uranium is a plot device. The second meteor was like never set to be. It was fucking. That was weird.
well that
It might not be like wrong, but it was definitely a weird scene.
honestly, I think if anything, you know, Vlad purposely said it so that way he could put his plan into being.
I know, but like,
hey, look at me on Vlad Plasma.
yeah, but like, how did they miss that big meteor? Like, what? How would they miss it?
This is true too, but it's also because the ship was locked on.
It doesn't matter. Like, you can still see.
Yeah, but
And it was super close too, because they'd almost hit him.
it's also true.
So you can't argue this.
Yeah.
So, and then it's just like Danny catching all the ghosts in a week, then building that giant machine in a week, like it was definitely less than a week. It was definitely like 5 days.
No,
because
no,
Vlad did his whole plan.
And he caught all those ghosts in a matter of like an hour.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Them treating Danny like shit. Like,
You think the ghost zone is endless like space?
yes, it's said to be infinite.
Okay.
But yeah, like they were just really they were mean to Danny. A lot of the stuff they introduced was like plot devices.
What would you give the episode's rating?
Like a 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10.
What would you give it as a series finale?
Oh, like a 1 out of 10, bro.
As a series finale, honestly, I
retract. I'll give it a 5 out of 10, and I'll give a series finale a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Because like the ending scene of them actually turning the Earth invisible, I like that scene. Though the way they got to that scene was the issue.
I think in terms of the fact this is also a cartoon, and not every kid's gonna think the way we do and this and that growing up. Some of them are just there to watch a fun cartoon. And I'm just in the aspect of trying to think of it from all different angles. As an episode, between 7 and 8 out of 10, and as a series finale, 7 to 8 out of 10. Especially after debating with you a little bit more on the episode's aspects, besides whether Tucker and Sam are assholes or not. I really never looked into it as much as, seeing Danny as underwear wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that stupid of a joke.
It was really stupid. The man's a ghost, literally a ghost. In fact, there was even a whole episode, because I watched this recently. There was even a whole episode that focused around Danny's inability, Danny hitting himself because he forgot to turn invisible. And then at the end of the episode, he realized, yes, I can do this. I can turn invisible. That was the whole episode. That was the Spectra episode.
It was?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I remember. I watched it recently, and then he suddenly can't remember to turn invisible and literally running away on his underwear. Like what? By the way, you want to hear the coolest theory about Danny Phantom?
Sure.
So, you want to know why Danny's skin gets tanner when he transforms?
Yeah, why?
So you know how he turned into a ghost, right?
Yeah, I do know I turned into a ghost.
He was electrocuted. So the theory is, when Danny transforms, he's transforming into the charred remains of his body.
That's fucked up. Oh my god.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. Holy shit. Does he get a new body every time he goes back to human?
It's so weird.
Is that how it works? Does he just get a new body after that then?
I don't know. I think
This really makes you think.
But yeah, no, his skin does get visibly tanner.
Oh, absolutely. That's without a doubt.
And yeah, that's why. Because he literally was electrocuted. Toasty.
Very toasty.
Yeah, so he was electrocuted, and that's how he got his ghost power. So the body that he's turning into is the charred remains of when he died.
That's kind of fucked up, but
it is
obviously pretty accurate though.
Yeah, it's that's his body of when Danny actually died. Like he's died before.
Wow, I've never heard.
Even more PTSD induced stuff. Yeah, but isn't that the coolest theory?
That is a pretty cool theory. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting you to bring that out of your ass tonight. I liked it. All right. Any finishing thoughts you got on this?
Danny Phantom as a series is amazing.
Absolutely, 11 out of 10.
Definitely, it was really like a 9 out of 10, bro. The series finale was just not good. The Ultimate Enemy is the best episode.
Ultimate Enemy is the best episode. I love their 2-part episodes. They had a lot of them.
They had the freak,
the freak show thing.
The Ultimate Enemy. Phantom Planet.
Pariah Darks.
Yeah.
Rainstorm. That's what it was called. Rain, with Reign of an Empire.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you haven't checked out the series, you're living under a rock, or you're just not familiar with the network during the early 2000s, or you're too young. Which, if you are, go figure out what good TV was like when we were youngins. And thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have any thoughts or comments on what we should do next, definitely send it in the comments. We're recording this right now. We're ending at 3:04 a.m. at August 7th. Fucking so late. Paul got this new microphone. I finally got it all set up and whatnot. And then we were trying to order food, and that didn't work out. Here we are.
I did not make a mistake, by the way. I've confirmed.
No, actually, he did not. From what
I've confirmed I did not make a mistake.
Yeah, he usually sucks pretty bad. This time it actually wasn't his fault. But Paul, thanks for joining me tonight with this. I'm glad we got to do this. And yeah, I'm looking for Patrick on the Moon. Really hoping that comes out pretty soon.
Can you give a date on stream?
If we're not on stream.
Shut up.
If it's, I promise it'll be before September.
He said it would be before
I
August.
swear to
He
God.
said it would be before August. By the way, keep this in
I said it would be
mind.
before the end of June also. I wanted this done in June.
He said a lot of things.
I have said many things. Oh, good God. I start school in under a month.
Same.
So definitely expect some really cool things with that happening. And new challenge videos and new animation. I'm trying to get Paul to be pregnant with me, but
Yeah, we're doing that.
are we doing that?
Yes.
All right, be on the lookout for.
But first, we're doing the Pixie Stick episode.
All right, I gotta find out where we can get
Five Below.
not Pixie Sticks, idiot.
Amazon.
Okay, just be ready to see us go through the pains of labor. Kind of excited for that one, not gonna lie.
That's gonna fucking hurt, bro.
It's gonna hurt.
Why did I agree to this?
I don't know, but I have you recording saying you're agreeing, so.
Oh, and you know.